Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Jumping right into my watch list for today. I'm going to start off with some names with news and catalysts out. So we have ZETA, which announced this OpenAI partnership last night. Um, Gapping up out of this base, I know it was on many others' radars back in here. Uh, Had a little bit of a move into this gap, but overall, I mean, it's not that it's not that big. I mean, we've seen things gap up technically 35%. The gap itself is much lower, but if we want to take into account what's done into it, it's about 30%. But what interests me more is how nice this this base that it's been building for about 8 months now, 10 months, or even longer. I mean, almost a year. But gapping out of this base, and I just want to kind of see it hold, potentially join a trend. Otherwise, maybe we get an inside day or two, and on lower volume, and then we have a delayed reaction. But really nice base, and so far holding its cap well. ARWR, interim clinical data on obesity. So what I'm looking for really is just the trend, but I'm really not all that interested. I haven't traded biotech in a while, but the reason why I'm keeping it on radar is because of how nicely it follows through in trends. We had a really nice trend here, consolidated for a bit. They got the 200 million milestone payment from Sarepta, and I mean it just had a really nice continuation. So either we just continue up from there, or this could just reject red candle and be the top for now. But obviously, we have a clear looking soaker here at the 60 level, so maybe we have some follow through there. Unity, which was on yesterday's watch as well, and noted it in the chat that it was perking up through my trend line, but barely gone yet. Pretty nice overall setup here. Nice little handle that it's trying to break through. CSIQ, soaking this 23 level solar name that's just been consolidating now. Still kind of choppy. I would kind of like to see another inside day here, but I do have some alerts over the 2560s level. So if that pushes up through, maybe a potential over there. And then EKSO, APLD spinning off their cloud business with EKSO had a nice move, pulled back 2 days of decreasing volume, and now we have this inside day. So really looking for any push through the prior day's highs. Either we get that just this bounce and just back up from there. Even if it like retests this high, I'd be looking for that, or another inside day on lower volume, another tight day, and then maybe a better opportunity tomorrow. But this is what I have. Not really that much. I mean, plenty of names have been pushing out since the new year, and we just need to be patient, wait for those to set back up, and provide opportunity from there. So that's what I got. I'm going to pass it over to Josh.
Good morning. The first thing that I have on watch is this FLNC. This is energy storage on the grid. Like the big move that it just had, a small consolidation day yesterday on Monday, and now building higher lows on the right side of the chart above moving averages that are kind of all coiled up, the 10, 20, 50, kind of pretty close to each other. So I'm looking week open and a red to green to push through yesterday's highs at 2357, 2360 to get through that for another potential trend day. As far as China is concerned, yes, this was a big move on BABA, and we kind of opened lower and then proceeded to grind higher throughout the day. I would look for a similar trend join post 9:45, 10 a.m. I'm not trying to guess where this will go right off the first 1 minute, 5 minute bar off of the open. I'm trying to give it a little bit of time and see if we can get a bigger trend going for a few more days. Futu, this is kind of like a little bit of a chase entry, not something that I would recommend. It's just kind of noting the China strength. And this all-time high was in the 200s, 202.53, I believe. Was this an all-time high? A little bit higher than that. on the monthly, but this is just a name to note for days to come this week for me. As in my opinion, structurally, it's probably the strongest China bigger cap name that I have on my board. Bob as well. Trying to clear above the. Is this the 50? The 50 at 159.36. It's down a little bit this morning, but I wouldn't mind a similar look to Baidu, where you get a weak open and then you build a higher low and get above VWAP during the day and form a trend. So pretty short and sweet watch list for me this morning, and I'll pass this right to Emil.
All right. Thanks, Josh. Morning, everyone. So for me, this morning is going to be, CSIQ. I like the fact that, had a nice run, went sideways, and yesterday, despite the fact that had a, decent washout, managed to, come back. And I mean, wasn't a strong close, but still good enough. We shall see if we'll manage to stay above 24 area, more or less. Basically, watching that level since had some supply there. So if it's going to build up or it's going to push higher and then build up above 25, even better. So mostly looking for a continuation here, but I would really like to see, a little bit of sideways action and then potentially opening range break or any similar price action. So looking for a long here, also looking at figure. I've been stalking this one, and even yesterday I was mentioning in the broadcast, but I wasn't able to get any. Usually, I really like to see a little bit of consolidation. This one had a slightly here, sideways action and broke out, and it was the price stall here, and I wasn't sure if it's going to grind higher. That would have been a decent entry, but like I said, I was looking for a dip, then sort of build up and then push. I wasn't really confident in buying, the breakout area here. But still, here we are, had a nice run, a big breakout with nothing thinner above. So at this stage, to me, it's going to be watching dips, see if it's going to have any dips versus 50 area. I would like to snag some, keeping a wider stop, and then we shall see if it's going to have some follow through. But like I said, technically looking pretty nice, and also the story behind is pretty cool. So either going to give these dips or it's going to go sideways for a few days. That would be something that I'm interested in getting involved. Other than that, if it's just going to grind and rip, it is what it is. I'm going to still keep an eye on it, but not going to be involved in it. Also looking at XOM had a nice breakout on the daily, and I would have loved to get it here, but was too choppy. And if we are going to zoom in, you are going to see this is the type of chart that it's pretty messy. I mean, probably if it's going to break out after the 3 years sideways action, it's going to be a nice follow through. But as you can see from the history, you can see that it's pretty choppy, and it's going all over the place. So I'm planning to trade this one, but it's going to be probably via options or a call spreads, something like that. Still, yesterday I had a nice washout and then came back. We shall see if today it's going to give any dips, and looking to build some sort of position there. Then also looking at BNAI, it's so far it's looking like maybe a potential multiple day runner. We shall see. Yesterday went sideways, did pretty much nothing. This morning it's slightly gapping up, and so far it's holding. So I'm not eager to short this one. In order to like shorting any names, I would really like to see some range. And this one, it's after yesterday action, I wouldn't be surprised to see it squeezing higher. So as long as it's going to build up above yesterday, I mean 2 days ago highs, or even yesterday's highs, or above 4, build up and start perking might be a decent long actually. Then also keeping an eye on CYCN. CYCN, the range is not that appealing right now, but if it's going to push, to 60 to 70 towards 3 during mid-morning, then that would be something I would be interested in getting involved. So yeah, pretty much that's all I have for today, guys. Catch you in chat. See ya.
Yep. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Emil. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you guys have a